Today, we are talking all about the beautiful 7 energy in the soul contract. And 7 is an energy that is very close to my heart because I have a lot of it in my soul contract. And today, we're going to be focusing on what it means when it's showing up in your contract. And it may be that you have a 7-7 or a 16-7. It's just the 7 energy we're going to focus on. And if you're new here, my name is Antonia. Welcome, welcome. I love to explore the soul contract with people, and I do lots of videos and I do readings to help you get a deeper understanding of yourself, especially on the emotional level. Why are you here? Why have there been certain challenges? Where do you have the potential to step into in this lifetime? That is my joy, because I do find that the more we know ourselves, the more we can come into command of our lives. Not so, whoa, I'm in the wind and I'm out of control, but more like, I know what this wind is. And it's not about being in control, but about being in command. It's a little bit of a subtle difference. So let's get stuck into exploring the 7-7 energy. So the first thing I'd say with the 7 energy is that it's all about the heart. And it's a master number. And in the soul contract system, there are 5 out of the 22 numbers that are master numbers. And when you have it showing up in your soul contract, it means that there is a greater power coming through your chart. It's quite catalytic to have these strong numbers coming through. And as I said, it's about the heart and about, in particular, unifying within yourself and then helping others to unify. So it's a very heart-centered energy of integration and coming into wholeness. And what I find with most people, and it really depends where the 7s are showing up in your chart, a lot of people have experienced a heartbreak when the 7 energy is coming in. And a heartbreak can feel very different for different people. It can be emotional abandonment, not having your emotional needs met in childhood. It could be a different kind of physical abandonment. It could be moving home. It could be romantic heartbreak and loss. There are many, many different reasons behind a heartbreak, and it's going to be so unique to you. But what I would say is the 7s are here to come through that heartbreak and mend their heart back into wholeness. And for a lot of 7s, they're very sensitive. So this is what I love. This is the fun dynamic of the 7 energy. 7s can be real extroverts and also real introverts, and they can just swing merrily between the two. And what I find is, while they can be great with other people, they can often wear a mask. And that extrovert quality within them is more of a mask to hide the softer, more vulnerable, introverted part of them. So a big theme about the 7s is coming out of hiding and stepping into your true self, taking away the mask and stepping forward into the world and saying, well, here I am. This is me, world. This is who I am. And I accept myself and I embrace myself and I love myself. Again, coming back to the heart and love. And a big, big theme with this 7 energy is about getting to the core wound, which is shame. And all of us carry a deep amount of shame for the things that we've done or we've said or we've experienced in this lifetime. But the soul imprint of shame also comes from other lifetimes, other realities. And the soul is carrying it. And you and me, we're the conscious personality. We are the host that hosts the soul energy within us. And the soul carries imprints of past lives where it may have been the persecutor. So we all have lived many lifetimes where we are the persecutor, we are the victim, and then we are the sage, the mystic, the healer, and you know, we flow back and forth between them, but essentially we start as the perpetrators, we move into the victims, and then we come out into wisdom on the other side. And so when we have been the persecutor, which we all have, we carry this imprint, this core shame, this I should be terribly ashamed of myself for I am rotten and bad at my core. You may not resonate with that because it is very, very deep within the soul contract, and our shadow is hidden behind layers and layers and layers and layers of other subconscious programming. And which is why in divine healing sessions that I offer, divine healing goes in layers. And the level 4 training that I did, there is a chart on the shadow. And you can't chuck shadow work in at the beginning of someone's emotional healing journey. It has to be right towards the end, because if the person is not able to love themselves and accept themselves enough, the shadow is something that we just cannot look at. We turn away from. We think, oh my God, that is the worst thing. I cannot get past it. And as I said earlier, what we are here to do is we are here to unify within ourselves and unify with source. We come to earth, we experience separation, we experience disconnection, and we're here to step into the unifying energies of wholeness and oneness and a remembrance of who we are and where we came from. And this is a big challenge for all of us, definitely for the 7 energy. And I was going to go somewhere with that, and sometimes my mind runs faster than my mouth, and I've completely lost where I was going to go with that. But the 7 energy is about coming out of hiding, healing the wound of shame, learning to be their true selves so they can step forward into the world and say, hey world, here I am. This is me. This is what I was going to say. I remember it now. We are not just here to accept who we are. We are here to lean into and embrace. Everyone always says, I want to let go. I want to let go of that past version of myself. You cannot. You can only integrate them in and accept who you were in the past as part of who you are now. It's an evolution, but you cannot let go. And I've made this mistake many times with myself of, oh, I have to let go. I have to let go. Yes, we also have to embrace it. This is nothing to be ashamed of. I must embrace it. It is important to embrace, because only then can we love. Only then can we love the whole version of who we are. The parts we don't accept and love, we are here to bring in to our hearts, unify them. And only then can we step into the wonderful talents of the 7s. And the talents are magnetic. The talents are catalytic. The talents are unifying. Once you have done this for yourself, you are then capable of doing it for others. So for example, my physical goals are 7/7s, and my spiritual talents are 7/7s. As I said, a lot of 7 energy in my chart. So with my goals of 7/7s, I am first here in the physical to accept, embrace and love myself and step out into the world, which I work very hard on doing. And only then will I be able, I think, this is what I'm feeling for myself, to step into the spiritual talents of 7/7, which is being able to facilitate that transformation, but for other people. And that is the joy of having the 7. I am here to accept my darkness, my shadow, the parts of me that I do not want to look at. And I'm here to integrate and bring them in and heal any of that wounding that separates the part of me that I don't accept to the part of me that I do, and unify them together. And then that is my gift to be able to do for others. And while the 7s can be very shy and hide away, we're actually here to come out into the world, because we are magnetic and we are catalytic, and we're here to heal the wound that makes us feel vulnerable. And this may be a very common thing with the 7s. We do not often feel safe with people unless we can fully be ourselves around them, which is why I tend to not want to spend any time with people unless I can feel that I can be my true, authentic self with them. And if I can't, that is a big red flag for me, and I try and I extract myself out of those situations, because that is not where I feel safe. And that is a really key thing to remember. We need to surround ourselves with people that we feel very safe to be our true selves with, and only then can we feel safe to show who we truly are to them and then to the world. And as I said earlier, it's about opening up that vulnerability into acceptance with healing work, and then coming out of shame, which is a cage, into the embrace of love. And that is a very deep dive into the seven energy. Sorry, I went very deep there. And something I always remind people of is no numbers work in isolation. There is a tapestry flowing through all the different numbers in your chart. There is also a tapestry flowing from your parents who imprint us as children with their soul contract energies. And then we look at our partnerships and the people we're closest to, and you can see the dynamics playing out there. It's very interesting. No numbers work just on their own. So I put all the links below, whether you'd like to just know your numbers, go a little bit deeper, go a little bit deeper. And I hope this helps you on your journey forward. And until next time, I wish you a very beautiful rest of your day.